Do you still think Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd?
Yes, I do.
I would say so, yes.
Did he actually murder George Floyd? And the answer is, well, no, he didn't murder George Floyd. And we're not guessing about that. We know it conclusively thanks to a new court case now underway in Hennepin County, Minnesota.
Tucker Carlson just came out with a video talking about how George Floyd's death was actually due to natural causes and not Derek Chauvin's knee to the neck. Today we're on campus and we're going to ask people what they think about the situation. If you knew someone who was wrongfully convicted and there was proof, should they be released?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they should be released. Why not?
George Floyd, according to the official autopsy, was not murdered.
According to George Floyd's autopsy, it shows he died due to natural causes from decades of drug use.
He died instead of what we used to call natural causes, which in his case would include decades of drug use, as well as the fatal concentration of fentanyl that was in his system on his final day.
And a fatal concentration of fentanyl, not a neck injury. What are your thoughts on that?
It was still an abuse of power on the cop's part. Even if he doesn't deserve jail time, he deserves some type of form of punishment. Like, definitely doesn't deserve to get his job back or anything in that shape or form.
I still feel like the police shouldn't be on him. If he can't breathe, back up off him.
That altercation he had to have had some effect on his death.
I see what the autopsy is saying.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of controversies around the case to begin with. So I could believe there could be, while there is documentation and evidence of drug use, right? And I could believe, that would probably be a good cause of his death, allegedly, right? I could also see the fact that they may not have given a full representation of the autopsy, because there's been so much controversies around it to begin with. So while this could be right, I'm of the opinion that it could also be wrong still. You know what I mean?
Even though you just saw it?
Yeah. Type.
How does that make sense?
How does that make sense?
You're only believing what you want?
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you still believe Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd?
Yes, I do.
I would say so.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't speak on that. I don't know. But like I said before, he shouldn't have done all what he did.
Do you think Derek Chauvin deserves to be free?
Nah.
No. He still, like I said, he was on that man's neck, so no, he should not be free.
The cop had used excessive force. I'd be incredibly hesitant to say that he gets to go completely free.
Do you think Derek Chauvin deserves to be free?
Nah.
I thought you just said earlier if someone was wrongfully convicted and there was proof, they should be released.
But the evidence could also be, what I was saying is, in my opinion, along with the controversy, while I said I wasn't that informed of this, I just believe that with the controversy all around the autopsy, it doesn't have to be, it could be falsely documented, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Regardless of whether or not George Floyd had pre-existing drug abuse issues, what happened to him on that day was a tragedy, and it was certainly exacerbated by the cops' use of force against him. Think about it this way. Are we saying that George Floyd would have died that day if he hadn't had the altercation with the cop? He probably wouldn't have, right? So I think that has to come into the question when we talk about what happened to him and what his punishment should be.
But you still think Derek Chauvin should still be in jail even though he wasn't the one who actually killed George Floyd?
As a police officer, you're supposed to protect the people, not frighten them. I feel like, and I think he just took it too far. So I don't know, but I still feel like if that's what the report says, that he died from years of drug use, that's what the report says. I don't know, but as my view, what I saw, he shouldn't have been doing what he did. So
has Black Lives Matter benefited you? Have you received any money from that?
Have I received money from Black Lives Matter? No.
There was a woman who took all the money, didn't give it out to anyone.
Well, truthfully, yes, I heard about it, and I did think it was sketch. And I have my own personal issues with BLM, but people got to understand there's the BLM movement, then there's the BLM organization, which shouldn't be conflated with each other.
Yeah, how do you feel about them? They're taking advantage of a raw movement for their own personal gain.
Yeah.
Right. So regardless of whether or not, George Floyd had his death was caused by medical issues, or it was a cop kneeling on his neck, which I'm fairly certain is probably more the cause of his death than his other pre-existing conditions, if there were. Tucker Carlson's intentions with this are not to address the actual systemic issues we have with police brutality in the States, but more to just like to divert the conversation to like a less helpful place, you know.